Yeah, hi, this is Voice of the World, Request Station, and I'm live here at 1% International.
This is Uganow. I'm your host, Oinganga, one of Abuja. We're going to be discussing My Africa, My Story, or personal narratives and experiences of Africans from diverse backgrounds. I actually come from the riverine area of the country, the Niger Delta area, precisely River State from Okrika. Well, growing up was fun. We had this aunt who will make tea for us at breakfast. And let me tell you what was in the tea. It was just only water and sugar. And we'll sit round in her house and she'll be in the middle. And if you by any mistake or any chance and pour your tea, you get a knock on your head. And you're not going to get another replacement. Then we had this bread we call ekeka. Those from the Niger Delta will understand. It's very hard as stone. That's what we used to eat, this water and sugar. Not the modern day children who have Milo, sugar, Bonvita. We didn't see all that growing up. And we survived until this time. That was one side of the story. That was just our breakfast. Then in the evenings, we go out to the white sand to play. Because it's like the beach area. We pour sands on each other, we play until we see the moon setting. And that's when you know it's time to go in and sleep. It was very, very awesome. Well, this generation has missed a lot. I don't know if there's any way they're going to experience what we actually did. So with me in the studio today is
Justina and Nadi. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
World, Request Station, and I'm live here at 1% International.
So can we know how your experience was growing up?
Oh, wow. Taking me back to, those experiences, those days, it used to be like picking diamonds from the floor. Like you just have a raw diamond, you just pick it and you just enjoy yourself and do whatever it is with it. But these days, you have to sweat before you even get a diamond from the ground. You see, I remember growing up then, my grandma, because I grew up, I spent a lot of time with my grandma in the village called Oboduku in Imo State.
Okay.
So I am from Anambra State in Agwata local government in Uga village.
Okay.
So growing up used to be very fun, especially when it's time to go back for Christmas. You have to wear your best because if you don't wear your best going back home, then you have some people back there in the village waiting for you to say who got this for you, who got that. So you have to tell everybody who got which for you. So then you have to say, oh, my dad got the shoes. My mom got me the earring. My dad. So you have to celebrate with all that, and which was really amazing time that we cannot forget in our life. I don't know whether this set of our generations coming up, if they actually had that feel of those days. Something I cannot forget, eating together as families on the ground. Like you put the food inside the tray and you have to fight to make sure that you finish and you eat enough. Because once it's finished, you can't go back and go and tell grandma, I need extra. No, not like these days that you really need to go and fetch yourself some extras. But once the food is clear, and if the food is not clear from the tray, you're not standing up. You have to use your hands and clear it and scoop it and lick it, and then you go and show yourself to your grandma. Ma, I am done.
Done.
She will clap for you and say, well done, you did a good job. That was the memories growing up, and it's really an extraordinary times that we can't forget. And I'm so happy. That's why you see some of these days, the kids need to encourage them to go back home so that they can have that feel of growing up. Because what they know now is
city life.
City life. There's phones. Once they are on their phones, they forget everything about tradition. They forget
and the culture.
I would advise that parents teach their kids, their children, about tradition. Is really important. Because there's that thing from your back home that you can never forget. Once you teach them, anywhere they go in the world, they will use it as a significant that, oh, growing up, my mom told me that this, that. But these days, I don't know if some parents do teach their kids all these little things. It's very important.
Yeah.
It's really important. All because there's society now, there's technology now, and people tend to forget that tradition is key to everything that we do.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, right now we've come to the end of this segment and we enter Uganow proper. This is Uganow special. Here we unwind, we speak our dialects, and we lose guard a bit. So we won't greet Oga people specially because this is Oga special. And next time we're going to invite our Oga people to come and stay with us in the show and really know what we're doing. Because we appreciate them and we love them. We're going to invite our chiefs. They will teach us more on our tradition and culture. The ones you know, because that's the only Juju. So we ask them questions and we get to know about more things that others don't know and they teach us.
You know, so many people don't know. Nde madama ade na Ogawo Akuruka village. You know, Hachekoma Oga Ogawa city, but Oga is a village in Anambra State, in Agwata local government. Yeah. A very cool and nice and happy. If you haven't been to Oga before, I think.
I heard they have this pure water.
Yes, it's
spring
the
water.
Yes, it's called Obizi, Miro Obizi.
Okay,
it's very sweet. Like if you take just a glass, you want to go back again and drink.
Wow,
Yes,
that is awesome.
It's a stream.
That means it's a tourist attraction.
Yes, you know, people even when. For instance, when we get back home, that's the first place of call.
Okay, like to go and chillax.
Yes,
okay.
You just have to take your gallons, you call your brothers.
At least you cool off.
Yeah, the place is very far and hilly, but you wouldn't want to drive. You want to have that feel by walking with your legs because as you're going, you're discussing. Wow,
you know, that is proper
so
village.
When you see fruits along the line, when you're going to the stream, you see fruits along the way. You gather, you pick, then you go. But that stream is far. If you don't have strength, you cannot go. But at the same time, you wouldn't want to drive.
But that I will give you strength on the way now because you're picking it.
No, do you know the fun part of it? Is the gist along the way.
Yeah. When you're going, communicating, talking.
Yes, remember, everybody are just coming back from the city.
Yeah.
So you all meet now, and as you're going to the stream to fetch your water to drink, then you keep on gisting, and along the line, along the road, you're meeting people too that came back.
So
you
it's
now
fun.
see them, you now say, hey, Christmas, you know, yes. So you see them and you say, wow, I never knew you came back. But because it's a point of call, you meet people there.
Okay.
With that place,
it's like a meeting center.
Yes, you will not know people who that just came back. Yes. So each day
and who
that
are
passes by, each day that passes by, you go there, you see the new faces that came back yesterday or day before yesterday.
Exactly. And they cool off. Oh, Diego.
Wow.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a very good play. And one thing about that water is when you take the water and fetch it from the gallon and you get back home, it's chilled. Wow. I don't know how. It's always cold. Yes. I don't know how it is done, but you see, nature have a way of preserving things. Nature have a way of telling you that, oh, welcome back. This is home. You have that feel. It takes you back home when you were still young and all that. And remember, when you're going back home, you forget that you're even grown. You bring back the mentality of when I was young, this is what I used to do. You know, you still going, you dive in like you're not even 30 years old. You know, so those feelings, you know, it is really, really exciting. Village life, you know, it's something you can never take out. Yes, you can never take it out of any story you want to write about yourself. Remember, I'm a village girl. I don't know if you are a village girl.
Yes, I'm a village girl too. We all grew up in the village.
I am
and there's certain things we know that the people in the city don't know.
I'm telling you, I am a proper village girl and I'm proud of it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay. When he got chick or one by when he nailed luta, and him in a village. Or when he like it. Yamaru to you see with training again no budo.
Hey, nchowe kowa.
Hmm.
Oga but
Kawa just be doing somewhere.
I feel that we should bring in more the culture back in the
Back
city.
to the city.
Because the way things are going is not the way.
Before our culture will go out of extinction.
Yes, the way things are
Yeah,
going,
that's
you
right.
may not really feel like going back home. At least if you have that feel back in the city. It's going to go a long way. Okay, let me take for an instance. There's a festival we do in Uga, which is called the Obofo. It's a masquerade festival.
Okay.
It's always done on the 26th of December.
Yeah.
And that's when they call Boxing Day. So going at that time, your mom will be like, make sure you wear your this properly, or today is Boxing Day. So if any masquerade want to flog you, they will flog your leg. They wear jeans. So if they flog you, it's on the jean that they're going to flog. You understand? So those kind of things. So even though you cannot travel during the Christmas time, you can have the feel in the city. Then maybe go back home during the New Year. That will still help you to keep track to your tradition. I think that will really go a long way.
But for me, I think there's some cultures that can't even be brought to the city. Like picking of periwinkles that we do in the river. We don't have any river in Abuja here, so we can't go to Jabi Lake and pick.
I'm telling you.
But for where there's land, like the eastern part, we can always bring back the culture here. We can have culture shows in Abuja here. Remember the food, the setting,
festivals like
New Yam Festival, all those things will make you remember home. And the urge and the feeling to go back, and the food too is healthy. Those spices they use, they order and those things, they make you feel better. Not the Oyibo spicy ones we have here. Those ones don't help. They add to our health issues a lot. So we should bring back our culture.
Yeah, true.
So people can feel and we can pass it on to the next generation. So they will know how we were brought up, the things we ate, the things we wore, the clothes, our dressings, they should know all this.
True.
So in closing, what would you like to tell the audience?
Oh, wow. I am so glad we're having this discussion. Okay. I don't know, viewers out there, I hope you have picked one or two today. Because the more you keep track of your tradition and your culture, it will lead you and you may escape some scenarios or some dangers knowing that your culture is in some specific status. Because you may meet somebody, maybe if you are in a place, you can speak your language, and the person may hear and say,
assist you in case you're in trouble.
Yes, in case you're in trouble, and you can even communicate
effectively
without the second person hearing.
So
viewers back home, if you are listening or you're watching, find it or create a time. If you don't know how to speak your dialect, or if you don't know anything about your culture, go and learn. It's going to help you a lot. So see you next time. Thank you for having me.
So we'll come to the end of the segment, Uganow special
Request station, and I'm live here at 1% International.